Am I muted? I'm not muted. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the mess. Today was kind of a crapshoot. I've got like, for those that know, I'm trying to like redo stuff so we have room. So I built a shelf on the other side to make room because, you know, instead of everything being a pile on the floor, what you do is you build a shelf and then you pile it on the shelf. So you still have a pile, you've just moved the pile vertically because piles can stack vertically. So I built a shelf and then I'm building rep racks. I've got one, fun fact, learn to measure. Measure once, cut twice. That's what I always say. So now I'm gonna make a little rep rack. Put this above the door or something. Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Yeah, you are. Okay, cool. All the rep rack stuff. All the rep rack stuff. Got cleats. I'm gonna put this all under here. Hopefully it doesn't crush. But yeah, today, sorry I'm a little late. I planned to go live at 2, but some stuff came up that delayed me starting until now. But I'm going to apologize. I don't think you'll hear it. I'm hoping the noise canceling helps. Also, I'm pointing my mic away from the door. They are currently resurfacing my road. They're redoing my subdivision's like 20 years old. I don't know. I guess they do it every so often. You grind up the top layer of asphalt and they redo it. So today is the grind everything up with heavy machinery day. So you probably can't hear it. I'm hoping the noise canceling is taking care of it. But basically it's just grinding noises and loud, heavy diesel noises basically outside my door all day. Which really sucked because I wanted to film something today and I couldn't because that. So there's a faint buzz. It might be tinnitus. I have that. It might be my tinnitus. I don't know. So today we're going to keep it nice and simple, I think. We are just going to, how many of these do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got that. Okay. You know what? Restart. Print that job again. I'm printing more rep rack stuff. Today I figure we'll do a nice, easy, relaxing stream. We'll just finish up the MMU3. I don't know how much time I got. I don't know how loud they are outside. I think we're pretty close to the end of the MMU3 build portion. We have it built. The MMU3 is right here. So I think all we have to do is attach it to the PRUSA Mark IV, and that's it. So what I'm thinking today, we'll just do a kind of finish that up, do like get a test print going, and then while it's doing the test print, I'll build rep racks or something. I've got, hello. I've got one rep rack. So I'm gonna put another rep rack above it, and then I might put, the problem is I don't have room. I would love to put one above the printers here. Why am I doing that? I have this camera. I would love to put a rep rack up atop here. The problem is I can't reach anything back there. Like it's not enough clearance. So rep racks there. I'm gonna put rep racks on that wall. More shelving on that wall. And then the top of this, I'm gonna put a rep rack across the top of that, and then also on the back of that. So, and I didn't want to get the SPL done. This weekend maybe? Well, I might do it on the next member stream. It'll probably be the next member stream, I'll be honest. Because I know I'm really after. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm spooked about the whole pew pew thing. For those that don't know, on my birthday, on my birthday live stream earlier this year, I showed off some of the props I had printed. I had printed a Helldivers 2 Pew Pew from that game, and I showed it off on stream, and I almost lost my ability to stream for 90 days because somebody flagged me as carrying a firearm on a live stream. You're not allowed to do that. So I'm not going to say I'm a little spooked to do anything somewhat Pew Pew looking on a live stream, but I'm somewhat hesitant to do Pew Pew looking stuff on live streams, at least public ones, because unfortunately that was a reported one. Somebody reported that. So yeah. So I do want to do it. I have all the parts. They're all printed in a box right here. I just have to build it. So we'll see. We'll see. What else? What else? So before we get into this, a little bit of housekeeping. If you haven't entered yet, every stream we do give away a spool of filament from POLYMAKER. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. So enter for that. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to check out some of the other links. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. And some, like right now, Gamer Subs, if you use code Canuck with Gamer Subs, free shipping. So right now with Gamer Subs, you get free shipping. I'm sorry, last stream I said you got the 10% discount and the free shipping, because normally the code's for a 10% discount. For like this week, it's free shipping instead of the 10%. So that means if you've never tried Gamer Subs before, hey, get free samples, free shipping, might as well. So there you go. How about a stream on Discord? Why would I stream on Discord? It's printing. Why would I stream on? I'm streaming to my audience that I already have, so I'm not going to grow anything, and there's no monetization on Discord. This is my job. Like, this is my job. I do need to make this somewhat profitable. I do have a mortgage, hoping to get rid of it soon, but I do have to make some money doing this. Speaking of money, how do you spell Tohose? Tohos? Tojo? Tohos? I can't remember if the J is silent. Anyways, thank you for coming a member. Cheers and appreciate it. Okay. It's too bad there's no other way to do it other than the YouTube monopoly. I mean, if anyone else wants to fire up a platform that actually isn't shit, maybe. But it is what it is. Am I gonna have enough room? Downstairs. This will all go downstairs. This is a downstairs thing. So let's pull that up. And then while I'm pulling up the PRUSA instructions, I do want to give a huge shout out to PRUSA. PRUSA MMU3 instructions, because PRUSA was kind enough to send over the MMU3 for this series free. They just sent it over free of charge for this build series. Words and opinions are my own. I'm not being paid for it. If you do want to get an MMU3 or any other PRUSA products, I do have a link in the description. That one is an affiliate link. So check them out. Link in the description. Andy Miller gifted $10. Cheers and appreciate it. And Lee Smith Workshop gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. To be honest, I much prefer, if you are going to donate to the channel, I prefer people do it through gifted memberships instead of super chats. Super chats are cool because you can leave a message with it. So if you have something you really want me to answer and you don't want me to miss, that is valid. But if you're just, throwing money at the window, do gifted memberships, because people get memberships out of it. And it costs me, I get the same cut, it costs you the same amount, but people get memberships for a month. And if you're a member, you get videos early, and you get to hang out when we do our monthly members only live stream. And also you get access to the some secret channels on the Discord. Many have tried the new platform thing. It's a matter of money and traction. Yeah, that's the big problem. Either you go to a platform that is dead in the water. For example, Rumble. Rumble's a good old go-to platform for everyone who's kicked off YouTube. But if you're known as the platform for people that get kicked off YouTube, guess what? You're probably not making money as a platform, and they're not. Why would I invest my entire livelihood on a platform that isn't financially viable? The platform itself is not financially viable. Or any of the other, it's like streaming on Twitch. Like, why would you do that? Well, Twitch, I understand. Twitch, at least I understand. But Twitch works best if your content is only consumed while you're live. Nobody goes on Twitch to look up VODs. Unless you're already watching the stream and you're like, oh, I missed Wubby's stream last night. I'll go watch the VOD from last night. Nobody goes and searches for VODs, whereas what I do, I like having it available forever. So yeah. Ours makes 23 months. I know it's getting a while. Hey, yes, you get your name up there, Steve Alpha. Twitch is for gamers. Gamers and just chatting. And funnily enough, if I was on Twitch, I would say I'd be more of a just chatting streamer. What I do here, I think, is more just chatting. I know there's like tech channels and like tech categories in YouTube and Twitch. Like on YouTube, I stream as science and tech. I put all my videos under science and tech on YouTube. On Twitch, I don't know what the 3D printer people put, but for what I'm doing right here, I think this is more just chatting. Joseph Pitt, $10. Cheers and appreciated. Looking to build a salad fork or micron. Knowing you've built both, what would you recommend? Are you building it to have fun, or are you building it as a functional printer? Either way, I suggest build at least 180. Don't build the 120 variant. It's too small. I would say salad fork. Salad fork makes a little bit more sense at that side. Micron, you're putting a lot of complexity into a printer that really doesn't need it. Let's be honest. Needing to quad gantry level a bed this big is massively overkill. You don't need to do that. What are you doing? Are you heated up too? Yeah, you're going. I gotta bolt this to the wall better. So yeah, salad fork 180. Salad fork 180 is what I would do. Functional parts. But what kind of functional parts? Like 180 is still pretty small. But if you are going to be using it as a printer, like I built a Micron 120. Talk about a really fun build on an impractical printer. Salad fork 180 makes a bit more sense in my opinion. So, okay. So where were we at? We left off introduction to... Okay, so, oh yeah, we start at number 4. So selector that. So we finished the pulley body assembly. I think this is where we left. So we've built all of this. Yep. Put the stickers on. So here we are. We are at the buffer assembly part. Sweet. But yeah, QGL is cool. Oh, believe me, I'm not denying the cool factor. I'm just saying in terms of practicality. At 180, it's not as bad, but like I built a 120 micron. It's one of those, it exists. It's a thing. It's fun to build. But in terms of like practical printers, let's be honest, a V0 does pretty much everything that does for a heck of a lot cheaper. All right, so first things first, we peel. This part of the stream, I don't know about you. I don't know about you kiddies, but I find this part of the stream very appealing. Ah! Ah! Sorry, I had to go out and run a bunch of errands this morning, and I got stuck behind a bunch of geese on the road. I mean, I still want to design my own 180 printer, but that's like, well, maybe one day I'll sit down and actually start catting up a 3D printer that I want. Cobra chickens. Cobra chickens! Years ago, I was up at, I spent the summer in LFCATC Meaford, and the junior ranks mess had an outdoor patio, and the whole summer we were not allowed on the patio because a goose had decided to make their nest there, and they were very defensive of their nest. So, and no, you're not allowed to mess with the geese. That's a quick way to get charged. I'm working on a 400 printer using a CR. Just be careful the bed don't warp. That's the problem with those cheap beds at that size. There really isn't much holding it flat. There's a reason you see people use like the Mixik cast plates for the beds on big printers nowadays instead of the thin PCBs. You share, people just troll you. That's why you don't share it. If you're working on something, either share it with a small group for direct feedback. Don't go public with it until you're near done, because people on the internet are dicks. I really hate how that's become an acceptable thing on the internet. I blame growing up in social media, because it's like, if you grew up without social media and then you start doing social media, you kind of treat it like real life, where it's like, I wouldn't say that because I wouldn't say that. But if you grow up in social media where everyone thinks like the current, like the trend where being an edgelord on the internet is acceptable and everyone has to put a comment out, like I blame upvotes. Upvoting comments has led to like, it's like Twitter. Twitter shit because they monetized it. So everyone basically rage baits because you get paid based on engagement on Twitter. So everyone rage baits because that's the easiest way to get interaction, is to do something stupid so that people go, oh, you're being an idiot. So yeah, the younger generation on the internet just being dicks, it's just the norm. It's like, come on, if you're gonna critique something, at least provide proper critique. Does the PRUSA MMU really waste less filament from a bamboo? From my understanding, it does. Straight off the bat, it's always going to waste less, simply for the fact you don't have the filament cutter. Remember, bamboo cuts the filament in the tool head by default, with their default profiles and everything, so it cuts the filament at the head. So you pretty much always have like a full hot end's worth of filament that you're always purging. So times that by a couple thousand purges if you're doing a big print, it adds up quite a bit. Okay, so what do we need here? We need some printed parts. We need buffer plates times 6, printer holder, so we need some printed parts. Printed parts. Kids these say, back in my day, we went on MSN Messenger and ICQ and all these other cool ones. Spool holder. There's that. Where is the printed part? Oh no, I opened my box and everything fell out. Hello, is 500N a new Voron project? I have no idea what 500N even is. I have no idea what you're even referencing. Yeah, here in Canada, or at least where I was, or where I am, MSN Messenger was the big one. You used MSN Messenger, or that was the chat messaging thing that I grew up with. For shooting at the clouds, shouting at the cloud, fun. Andrew Rogers, $10. Cheers, and appreciate it. That went down this morning, didn't it? Didn't like Bamboo's whole cloud system go down this morning or something? I woke up to that. Well, I woke up to people mentioning that. I don't use Bamboo Cloud, so it didn't affect me at all, but. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and now we need M330s and M3 square nuts. Okay. M330s, how many do I need? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and now you don't do chat messaging anymore because it's all just social media. Like all social media apps have it built in. Players Dawn? No, I was eeping. I gotta get up at like 7:30 in the morning to bring the little guy to school, so I can't be up till 3 something. The shirt says soon by Voron. Yeah, these were the Rocky Mountain shirts we made last year, I think. And I bleached mine to make it unique. It's one of one. Okay, so first things first. Oh, I jumped ahead. I peeled off the plastic. Okay. Insert the protruding parts of the filament leg into the buffer slot. What? Oh, okay. So let's see here. So this goes in like this, I guess. Cool. Okay. And then we put some T-nuts in, or square nuts in. We bring it back Leet Speak. I mean, I'm all for it. I would love to pwn noobs all day. Leet Speak was fun. Ready? Ready? Y'all remember pure pwnage? Or you weren't supposed to say pwnage. It was ownage, but you spelt it pwnage. But yeah, pure ownage. I remember that. Remember that. Remember when you wanted to watch season 1 of Red vs. Blue and you had to download the videos in 320p QuickTime? I remember. Remember albino black sheep? Remember Stick Death? Remember Stick Death? I remember Stick Death. Happy Tree Friends, all those flash animations from the early days. YTMMD, you're the man now, dog. E-Bombs World. Everyone shitted on E-Bombs World too. E-Bombs World was like the first website everyone hated because they stole. That was all pre-YouTube. The moment YouTube came out, it basically killed all those websites because everyone just used YouTube. Homestar Runner, yeah. Ricky Mayday! Insert the remaining 2 M3N nuts into the marked opening on this side, I guess. Go there? Okay. Remember berries. I remember. Feeling old. I'm 36, I'm not that old. But it's like, yeah, I remember. My earliest internet memory, not gonna lie, my earliest internet memory, we got our family computer. God, this would have been 97, 98. When did, I gotta look up some video games. I know this from the video games, but I gotta look this up. SimCity 3000. When did SimCity 3000 come out? 1999, yeah. So, CNC, Command and Conquer, Iberian. I remember the games, I don't remember the year. 99, yeah. So we got our first family computer in 99 with internet. And I remember the very first thing I did was go on cheatcc.com and look up cheats for like SimCity 3000. Okay, so insert the first buffer plate into the marked bottom opening of the segmenter, push it all the way in so that the screw openings line up. Make sure the cutouts that way, attach the printer holder. Okay, so take this like this, take one of these, Mega Math Blaster. Well, we had like computer games at school that I remember. I remember computer games at school. Our school computers were the earliest school computers. I remember we had like a computer lab at like my old school, like grade school, like grade 1, 2, and they had like old, I think like Win95 machines. Like they were old, like maybe Win 3.1. They were old. But like the first computers I remember actually using were, they were iMacs. They had the hockey puck mouse. I remember the hockey puck mouse. And it was super fun because we had to do projects on it. And I'd be like, I have a computer at home. I can do my project at home. So what I would do is, hi, Calvin. What are you looking at? You're looking at me? Why are you looking at me? Because you what? You're making meatballs?
I make smaller meatballs with a plastic spoon.
You're making small meatballs with a plastic spoon?
Up meatballs.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make mini ones.
You're gonna make mini ones? Okay, go inside. Close the door. Anyways. No, we're having fish for dinner. Yeah.
What?
Because Daddy wants to do butter lemon chicken or butter lemon fish.
Eat something.
We gotta buy hamburger. We're all out of hamburger. Can't make meatballs. We're having fish tonight.
Hamburger bun?
No, you're not putting hamburger buns on the fish. Can you guys even, I don't even know if you can even hear them. Okay, you gotta go inside, buddy. Okay, Daddy's working. Gotta go inside. There we go. What was I talking about again? Yeah, tomorrow's Costco day. But yeah, I remember growing up, what ended up happening was, the school computers were Mac. Our home computer was PC. And at the time, the only way to transfer files was like floppy disks. So I would go to school, I'd put my floppy disk in and be like, this is not a Mac supported format. So I'd flash the floppy disk or format it to be Mac compatible. And then when I brought it home, and we couldn't figure it out because at the time we didn't know about the whole, you know, Mac and PC. It's like, this is a computer. This is a computer. But I couldn't, so like, yeah. Okay, so insert the first buffer plate in. So we did that, orientate like that. Sweet. Insert the 5 remaining buffer plates. Okay. So the Seaboard build finished? No, we are going to continue with it on Saturday. We are going to continue on Saturday because we're near the end of it. All we have to do is manage the wires, finish the enclosure, and then firmware shenanigans. And I think it comes pre-flashed with the firmware all like set up. I think that would be a fun Saturday night stream because then if I got to run long, I run long, and yeah. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Is Saturday we'll do that. We'll wrap that up Friday. Okay, insert the M330 screws into the marked openings on both sides of the segmenter and the printer holder. Okay, there and there. Okay, so one in the bottom, and then 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Okay. Remember having to actually go to the library to research? Yep. I had to do a class project. You know how you got to make projects in school on Ferdinand Magellan. And yeah, I had to go to the school. I had to write it all out by hand. There's like 4 pages. You talked about you have plans for 3D Printopia Earth. Yep, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna wander around, talk to people, make some videos. If all goes well, I'll be bringing a Death Racer, which I'm gonna have to start printing parts for it, I guess. We are totally not gonna game the system and print everything out of really expensive engineering nylons using an industrial level machine. I am totally not gonna be doing that. No, we're gonna have some fun with the PRUSA XL, I think. Do some multicolor stuff. But in terms of like, I don't have a booth. I don't have a booth for Printopia. Voron doesn't have a booth for Printopia. I think it's just me and Steve going from the Voron team. There's no Voron official capacity there. Just, yeah. Any news on the Nighthawk 36? Have they looked at the issue? I have no clue. I have no clue. I think I have a Nighthawk 36 somewhere. I don't know. The LDO booth. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I think, like, considering Jason's sponsoring it for me, I'll probably will hang out at the LDO booth for terms of like, usually I like having a booth at these events just to hide my stuff. I might, if I can get it finished, I might bring the Helldivers cosplay too. Obviously no blasters, but we'll see. I'm not going to bring the positron. I'm not going to bring any printers. There's going to be enough printers there. It's a 3D printing convention. First time I played on the internet was 93. That was a bit before my time. I was born in 88. So yeah. How's the NCR helmet? Oh, it's just printed. I haven't done anything with it. It's just printed. I haven't actually finished it. I don't know if I'm going to do a whole suit. I need room. That's what's killing me. I just don't have room for all this stuff right now. I've got so many partial projects on the go. It's just like the drive. It's you come out to the garage, like, I want to work on something. It's like, but you got to move all this stuff and make room. It's like, oh, hey, I want to, you know, finish the Helldiver stuff. What do I got to do? Oh, I got to prime it, or I got to do one last sand and then get it ready for paint, which makes a mess. And this room's already a mess, and I don't want to cover everything with dust. So it's like, ugh. There we go. Okay. So that's all that. That's half the reason I need more room. Okay, so this one goes in that. I want to do an Aliens Marine power armor set, probably. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, you really liked whatchamacallit, the movie, so. And apparently it's pretty good. I'll probably watch it once it goes on VOD. Been a good party of Sunday sanding. I have it almost ready. Like they're on that shelf. I have them over there. Everything's almost ready for paint. Like all I have to do is do like one last sanding of some areas I rebondoed because they were a little too rough. And then I just got to go into the sanding. And then once it's all sanded, I can do the, can you hear that? I don't know. Can you hear the big annoying diesel truck in my front yard right now? Okay, this, go in your hole. Why don't you want to go in your hole? Okay, this doesn't want to go in. What's going on? Okay, get in your hole. There we go. There we go. Okay, now it's going. Thanks. What I expected subpart components. I hope it was third-party LDL. Never tried running an RPI on Toolhead and reaching 90C. Are you talking about the RP 2040 on the Nighthawks? They do get hot. Like, that's the problem. The problem is no two machines are the same. So in a stock machine, it might be okay, but it depends on like your slicer, what temperatures, what the ambient is, how you built your machine, how well insulated it is. It's hard to build stuff for custom machines because you don't know exactly the environment it'll be operating. Okay. Did I print a fork to help you load the MMU? I have whatever PRUSA has provided. Okay, parts preparation, plate holders. Okay, so I need to find those guys. I have whatever I have been provided. I haven't printed anything. PTFE holders, nope. Spool holder, nope. Okay, I gotta find the spool holder. So that's spool holder, buffer. Oh, here we go, plate holder. Nomads became a member? Aren't you already a member? Print a fork, you will thank me. I might have a fork around here. I got one in my kitchen. If you're talking about a specific print, though, called a fork, Link it in the description because I have no idea what you're talking about. Unless you're talking like a Y splitter type thing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 of these. NK fails are totally DOA. Oh, that sucks. I've only used the stealth burner one and I haven't had any issues. So hopefully their issue is more then yeah. I mean, on the bright side, it's LDO. I trust them to make it right. Like, out of all the companies I work with, like, if somebody has a bad launch, it happens. Especially, like, we gotta remember, like, custom 3D printing suppliers, it's a niche thing. These aren't, like, multi-billion-dollar companies. Like, they don't have the same infrastructure. They don't have the same ability to deploy and you know, they're small. It's a smaller market. So when you have a smaller market, unfortunately, you have just stuff doesn't work sometimes. It's how you deal with that. And you know, everything I've seen, LDO has been great with, you know, oh, we goofed, we'll fix it. Like the biggest thing it's going to cost you for the most part is time. For the most part. Okay, so now these just kind of snap in, I guess. Okay. They recalled the 36 and redesigned the board, so what's the deal? Well, the people wanted the board. That's the thing. It's like, I want this now. It's like, well, we're having issues with it. We're going to recall it and fix it. And people are like, you never should have had issues in the first place. That's like the only thing you can complain about. It's like, oh, they should have been perfect from the start. It's like, well, as a company who, you know, sells stuff for profit so we can pay our employees, I'm pretty sure they would wish that it always worked perfect from the start. But unfortunately, it's the real world. Stuff happens sometimes. Yeah, the SP ones are fine, apparently. I haven't had any issues with my stock ones. And then, oh, up front here. There we go. That actually works surprisingly well. Why is everyone becoming members? I'm going to refresh my overlay because I think it's bugged. There we go. Gotta go. Take care. Okay, so we have that. Buffer segment preparation. So we need buffer segment, 10s of those, and 5 wheels. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Hey! I remember these guys from Dark Souls, and Elden Ring, and Armored Core, and everything by Miyazaki. Evil. Okay, and then what else? Need some, oh, I got some bearings and shafts and this bucket. Okay, you know what? Get rid of this piece of paper. Put the crucible over there. Where is the screws? Oh yeah. Maybe they're in this one. Okay, you know what? You guys are buffer, wheel, spool holder, spool holder, spool holder. There we go. All the spool holders. Okay. I am missing stuff now. Uh-oh. How am I missing stuff? I got 2 springs. Okay. Where is... I need shafts in these 693 RS. There's a fly in here. Where are you? Oh, here we go. I think I found them. There. Paste the link for the MMU fork in the Discord. Loading aid buffer. So what's the difference between this and this? I'll take a look at it. I mean, here's the thing. I kind of want to use it stock for a bit before we do any improvements. Just so I can go, hey, yeah, the fork. Okay. Like, at least that way, if I build it stock and we fiddle with it stock for a bit, then, you know, I can go, hey, these are some deficiencies, and you may want to print these things. Instead of going right from the get-go to upgrades, then I don't have a baseline. I need a baseline to compare. You need a baseline. There we go. It's a tool, yeah. And then we need a whole bunch of hex nuts and M36s. 36s. Okay, and okay, so cartridge info. There have been several versions of the part available which may look slightly different. However, the assembly process remains the same. For the MMU3 for the Mark IV, necessitates the use of the most recent version B. I'm assuming I have version B. I'm assuming. Yes, I have version B. Okay. So insert the bearing into the center opening of the wheel. Make sure the bearing is inserted all the way in, flush with the surface. Repeat for the remaining wheels. Okay, so these guys. So which way does it go in? Don't think. Is there a lip? I don't think there's a lip. One. Two. Watching Steve load was actually his first. Well, that's the thing. Like, I want to see how it is as it comes. Like, I want to see it, like, straight from the factory before I start, you know, modding it and printing helpers and whatnot. The filament spool issue. That seems to be the biggest pain point I've noticed with a lot of bolt-on multi-material units, the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder, MMUs, etc., is the buffer system. Filament storage and buffer seems to be the problem. Like my Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder, I'll be honest, I think I only ever had 1 or 2 jams that were directly related to the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder. Every other issue I had with it was a buffer issue. Okay, insert 3 M3N nuts into the marked opening. Okay, this is an ATM machine issue. M3N. The N stands for nut. So it's an M3N, it's an M3 nut. So we need to put the M3 nuts into the marked openings. Yeah. And we put a shaft in the middle. Okay. So some of these, I'm assuming, don't have nut holes, or they all have nut. See, if they were smart, they would design them so that they all have nut holes. Yeah, they all seem to. Okay. Yeah, and then you put that on, and then you bolt it together. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2. Use my Help her here. Shh. Okay, so that goes like that. That goes like that. And then I put the shaft through here. Put this on top. Whee! Oh my god, it spins! Okay, and then I put the lid on. Okay. Is talk to the voices inside. No, I'm complaining about the frickin' heavy machinery outside my house that it's ripping up my road. That's making a bunch of noise. Although it was fun. Because they're ripping up the road, there's like a 6-inch drop as soon as you leave my driveway. So that's like the most off-roading my Crosstrek has done. Did I pre-order the LTT Precision? No. I didn't pre-order it. I'm hoping I can pull, you know, dip into my YouTube cred and get a custom one, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so that's that. So then this should spin on the inside pretty freely, yeah. Okay. And then assemble all the remaining the same way. Okay. So that's one buffer unit assembled. That. Oh, actually, let's put the nuts in first. Do you have a multi-filament recommendation for Voron you trust? From my understanding, the Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder V2 is pretty solid. I've also heard good things about the Trad Rack, but I don't have any experience with it. There's also, if you want to go way more than just a bolt-on, you can do the Stealth Changer, which turns your Voron into a tool changer. You can also fiddle around with the 3D Chameleon. There's a turtle thing. I don't know what the turtle is. The armor turtle. There's that. There's starting to become more solutions out there. And the thing I like about all these DIY solutions, most of them are just Clipper compatible. So you can use them on more than one design. So if you want to use them on your Ender running Clipper, you can. Nothing's stopping you. Might have to mod a few parts, but... even run them on a positron. Exactly. That's always kind of... Ooh. I screwed up my thumb. That hurt. Pull something. I would avoid the cottontail. It's improved, but a pain to load if you have more than 4 blocks. Well, I have no input on that. What's the XL printing? That's a good question. It's printing more rep rack parts because I'm putting a bunch of rep racks in the room right now. Why you be borking? I can hear the dog. He's at the gate. Speaking of tool changer, is there a downside of running an XL on 120? No. Not as efficient, but like I'm assuming you're talking about the voltage. No, not really. The thing is, the XL, everything on the XL is 24 volt after the power supply, so it doesn't matter. The advantage you get with running, the biggest advantage you would see is if the bed was mains. So for example, Bamboo cheaps out and uses the same bed for their North American printers as their European printers. And I'm assuming they use the same bed worldwide. So that bed is a mains bed, okay? So what they do is, it's basically a bed rated for 220 that can just, it works at 110, it just runs slower. So if your Bamboo takes a long time to heat up, it takes like 6 to 8 minutes to get to ABS temperatures, depending on like the ambient temperature in my garage. If you plug it into 120 or to 220, it heats up twice or 4 times faster. Science. And I have tried it because I do have 220 in my garage. I got a 220 plug right there. So I have plugged the Bamboo into that, and surprise, the bed heats up in like a minute to 2 minutes versus 6 to 8. But on a PRUSA, and even like my Pantheon, the Pantheon bed is 24 volts. Same with the PRUSA bed. So the only thing you would see is it would just be a little bit more efficient in terms of power draw. So you use a little less power. It'd be less amperage that it draws. But in terms of the functionality of the machine, you won't see any difference. The 240 makes your Wi-Fi go faster. My Wi-Fi's are so fast. So I started playing Baldur's Gate again because patch 7 came out for it, which for those that don't know, Baldur's Gate is a completely single player game. Well, you can play multiplayer, but it's like co-op. And there's no microtransactions or anything. So the game came out over a year ago, and they've been patching it with like new content still, adding little bits here and there. So they finally released patch 7, which is like a whole bunch of stuff for like evil endings. And I've never played the game Evil. I've played the game Evil, but I never beat it. I got to like Act 2 and I felt bad. How do you tell if somebody's a good person without religion? Without religion, how do you know if somebody's good? I don't like hurting the NPCs in video games. I am short bearings. I am short bearings. They did not give me enough bearings. I'm missing bearings. I'm missing one. I'm missing 2 bearings. 6, 2, 3. So anyways, so I'm finally playing an evil character in Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm about to go find the Goblin camp. I'm still in Act 1. I am missing bearings. They did not give me enough bearings. Yeah, I was supposed to get 5 bearings in there, and I only got 3. Or no, pins. Sorry, pins. Wait, I'm an idiot. I put the bearings in here already. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Yeah. Big brain, big brain. Hey, super big brain. Super big brain. Anyways, what was I talking about? Trying to share honor. Oh. Really? So so I've beaten the game, I've beaten the game officially twice. Like, got in the end, got in the credits. I did it once as a TAV. The first time I played the game, I played as a TAV. I didn't, I went in blind. I beat the game. I missed a lot of the content because I went in blind. The second time I beat the game, I played another good character, but with like a snarky good character. And then I have the playthrough that we did on stream where I did Resist Dark Urge. That one is almost at the end. I haven't actually finished the game with that character yet. So I was waiting on some stuff for patch 7. So I'm hoping they add some stuff for Redeem Dark Urge. But anyways, so now I'm playing as Evil. I don't know if I'll go full in ball. I don't know if I'll be balling, but I am playing Evil, and I feel sorry for the tieflings. The tieflings, yeah, they're gonna have a bad day tonight, I think. I don't want to do an honor run though. Honor run scares me. I play on Tactician, but an honor run scares me in Baldur's Gate. I'm a little worried about that. About doing an honor run. Any ideas if that will be compatible with Clipper? This? I mean, the MMU3, if you replace the electronics, probably. But who am I romancing in BG3? Yes. I've done a playthrough. I've done the whole romance. I've romanced a new character every playthrough, and I've managed to do like the whole romance arc for all characters except for pretty much the male characters. The only one I've done a Shadowheart one. I didn't finish the game with the Shadowheart one. Honestly, the Shadowheart one was kind of eh, in my opinion. Karlax was good, I think. Lazel's was really good. I haven't finished that playthrough yet, but the Lazel romance plot was pretty good. No, I didn't fuck the bear. Hallison's not gonna make it to that scene in my playthrough. Put it in my current playthrough. And this playthrough, since I'm going Evil, we're gonna go with Minty. So we're gonna go with Minty on this playthrough. So, yeah, the tieflings are not going to have a fun night. I'm doing an honor run with no cheese and no leftovers. Spider Act 1 killed my runs twice. That's why I don't want to do an honor mode. So for those that don't know, Baldur's Gate is based on D&D 5th edition. There is some extra stuff to it. So it's not like pure D&D. There's like a bunch of environmental stuff they added and whatnot. Like you could throw water on the ground and electrocute that kind of stuff. But they added a mode called Honor Mode, which is the hardest difficulty in the game. They add a whole bunch of abilities to bad guys. So like bosses have a whole bunch of abilities and whatnot to make them harder. And then also, if you get a game over, it's game over. Also, things are much more expensive, and they made the game a lot harder and a lot more punishing. And if you game over, you game over. So the problem is the game takes it depends. Like you could speed run Baldur's Gate pretty quick. Like you can get, if you don't care about the plot and you just hit the main points, you can beat the game in probably 20 to 40 hours pretty easily. The problem is every playthrough I do is like 60 plus hours, because it's like I find something new, or I'm playing the game a new way, so all the character interactions are different after a while, and it's like, oh, I want to see all this. So I don't want to get all invested in that just to be like, well, I goofed on an NPC and I died. And no, you can't quick save, quick load. You get one save. Also, you can't save scum when you do dice rolls, which sucks. Okay, so we've built all these. So we need the collets, and insert one of the collets into the marked position in the cartridge. Note, for an easier installation, you may want to squish the small fins. Okay. So it goes one into each one. Okay. That. No saving. Well, you can save, but there's only one save. So you can't save scum. You can't do what, like, you know, where you sit there and F5 before you get into an encounter with an enemy, and then if it goes bad, you just hit F8 or what, F6 or whatever, and you reload. Have you ever used I've never heard of Printer's Bay. Physek, I'm not a huge fan of. Their kit did not impress me. Formbot, I've heard okay things about. The Formbot kits, I've heard okay things about. Personally, it depends what you're looking to get. I'm building a Saval kit right now. It's going pretty good, but the Saval kit is more Voron Plus, because it comes with a bunch of extras. And by extras, I mean like mods. The LDO kit, in my opinion, is probably one of the better stock Voron kits if you just want to build a stock Voron. Oop. Whereas the Seaboard kit that we're currently building for the Trident is like a Voron Plus, because it comes with like the all-wheel drive and CNC parts and whatnot. Why the change? Name change? Because Nero 3D doesn't tell you anything. I've never liked Nero 3D as like a brand name. Like, Nero 3D was just the online name I used on the internet, and it just happened to be also my personal YouTube channel, which became my job. But I didn't like it as the name of the channel. So, like, if you go on Discord or any other social media site, I'm still like Nero 3D. I just don't like it as the name of the YouTube channel. Today is MMU3. I mean, that's what it says on the video description, does it not? I'm pretty sure I titled the stream MMU3. Yeah, I wanted to do something different today, but that plan fell through. So, currently starting with print start. Just copy and paste one that works. Okay, so these just all click in. Okay, now prepare all 5 cartridges. Take one of the cartridges, hold the 2 handles, squish the handles together for insertion. Ooh. Insert the cartridge into the buffer body. Make sure the cartridge is properly inserted. Okay, insert all the cartridges into the buffer. Okay, so I'm assuming we go from the front here. And does it go any specific way? I don't think it does. Oh, I forgot a screw here. I forgot to put the screws in this one. You didn't see a notification? It still says the title of the stream. Like, even if you click the link for a notification, it still says at the very top, let's build a PRUSA MMU3 Part 2. At least I think it does. Yeah, it does. The mods and Formbot kit are pretty much what every user would eventually do. I haven't looked, honestly, I'll be honest, the only Formbot kit I've seen was like one of their more earlier ones from years ago. I haven't looked at a Formbot kit in a while. Okay, so that just goes in there, and then, okay, so these just kind of lock in like that. These should be accent color. Why aren't these accent color? Okay, so that's that, right? Okay, that's that. Okay. PTFE tube part preparation. So I need a PTFE clip and a bunch of PTFE tubes. So I'm assuming these are our tubes. That's extra. Here are tubes. And then we need the clip. I need the clip. The clip. My t-shirt teaser or something? No, this shirt's like 2 years old. It's from Rocky Mountain last year. Okay, so insert the PTFE tubes into the upper collet on each cartridge. Push them in all the way. And then we put that there. Okay. So these just kind of like that. I meant Seaboard. Did I mean Seaboard? Sorry, I meant Seaboard. Put it this way, right as of right now, the only kit I have no problem go buy are LDO kits. They're the ones I have the most experience with. I am liking the Seaboard kit so far, but I haven't, the printer hasn't run yet. So I can't, as of right now, my impressions are good on the Seaboard kit, but I haven't finished the build yet. So for all we know, when I power it up, everything explodes. So I hope not, but like, I hope you understand what I'm trying to get at. Is basically, I only really go, yes, go buy it on something that I direct have experience on. So, okay, and then we put that on. What happened to calling it a MMU3? Quite simple. I was waiting for somebody to go, I thought you were calling it a MMU3 before I called it a MMU3. Because if I called it a MMU3 from the start of the stream, nobody would go, I thought you were calling it a MMU3. So I couldn't farm you for engagement. So that's the buffer. So now we need to build spool holders. In this chapter, we will assemble spool holders. Ooh, fun. Inspect the kit. If the large portion of the box is occupied by a rectangular black tray, you have the first version. Well, I don't have the first version. So injection molded ones. There we go. Okay. So this shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Okay, so injection molded parts, base holder, tool holder, that, and that. Okay. Look at these injection moldings. Okay, are you ready? Hey Joe, I'm going to judge your injection molding now. So these were made, fun fish fact, these are made out of ABS. They were made in, oh, these are old. This parts run was either January or February of 23. Or it could, wow, the state wheel's kind of, yeah, no, that's right, yeah. Yeah, it's either January or February of 2023 is when these were injection molded. There's the runner there, so it runs like that. So the drop comes in this way, it goes like that, that's flashing. They had the cheat in a few spots for undercuts. So you can, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's black. You can see here, so this folds on the core like this. The cavity is like textured. So this is either an EDM or a bead blast finish. But you can see here that when they opened the tool off, the parts were falling out before the robot came down and grabbed them, or they were pushed off. So what they did was you go into the mold and you put little divots. You go in there with like a ball burr, and you would just put like little divots in the part, like on the sidewall. So that way when you mold the plastic bites into it, and then if you push it off, it's not like it's sealed on, but it allows you to pop it off. So that's like a field repair, and I could see where they did it. Right there and there, and right there and there. Are they all like that? This one was made in 2024. So this one's from 2023. This one's a year older. So you can see how the mold wears. That fix is still there. So they still have that fix there. So they've just been running it as is. Still ABS. Any changes? No. Mold seems healthy. Mold seems healthy. I'm not seeing any like severe flash changes or anything like that. Yeah, mold seems healthy. Okay. Joe, you got okay tooling. All right, so that, you put your wheels on and you put the other. Okay. So. Yeah, spin, spin, spin. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there, that goes like that. And it snaps together. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. And that snaps together. There we go. Snap together. We put some foam pads. Looks right on the flat there. I can peel this. Did I get it sent to T1 to review? Nope. I've got an S1. I'm not that impressed with it. It's a bit better now. They seem to have fixed some of the minor issues with it with the firmware update, and it prints a bit better. I'm still not a huge fan of the fact that they locked out SSH. The machine is crazy loud, and I don't like their proprietary slicer, which is a fork, a PRUSA slicer that's not better at all. It falls under, here's my problem. This is the biggest problem with new 3D printers. For a lot of the time, when a new printer comes out, there's a better option in the same price range. It's getting a lot where it's like so-and-so comes out with a new printer and you're like, wow, this is a decent printer. Too bad so-and-so, another company, has a better printer in that price range. That's kind of the problem right now that we seem to have. Okay, and then we got to put 2 more there, so we got all those. Also, it's loud. It is too loud. Like, I'm sorry, bring back quiet printers. Bring back quiet printers. There's some gamer subs in your mailbox. There you go. Well, that's why I'm happy that I make printers. I mean, I like building printers. I love building printers. It's my job. But I know not everyone likes to. Some people just print and go. The same issue, Ballistic Tech. Yeah. 34 Google Docs trying to price out self-sourcing of V2. Oh yeah, you can't anymore. Ballistic Tech. Basically, TLDR, it used to be cheaper to self-source. Way back in the day. We're talking pre-2.4. So in the early days of Voron, pre-COVID, you could self-source a V2 or V2.0 or 2.1 for about $1,000, even under $1,000. But this was back when AliExpress was a lot better sourcing. AliExpress has kind of gone downhill, in my opinion. AliExpress used to be a lot better. So is Amazon. So is a lot of other websites. But anyways, you used to get free shipping on everything from AliExpress. So you could self-source your Voron and not pay for shipping of anything. And the first generation of kits, I'll be honest, the first gen of kits for Vorons from like random companies were shit. I don't know if it was a Blue Rolls or Physec did it. One of the first batches of kit came with the V-slot extrusions. You can't put MGN 9 rails on V-slot, on 2020 V-slot. It don't work. It was like that. It was literally like, here's somebody with a shopping cart just walked through Shenzhen with a list of the bomb and just grabbed whatever they could and threw it in the cart that was kind of close and kind of cheap. So the first generation of Voron kits were kind of shit. But then they got better. And now, especially because you only pay for one shipping versus shipping a bunch of stuff, it honestly makes no sense to self-source anymore. Unless you already have a bunch of stuff or you're doing like a really custom mod. Take the spool holder hook guide part. Oh, okay. Spool holder hook guide part. So unless you already have a bunch of parts or you're upgrading from like a V2.2 to a V2.4, and you only have to source a couple components, or you're doing a mod, or you're doing like a stealth changer, and you're like, okay, I'll buy like a basic kit, and then I'll buy all the other stuff. Like it really depends what you're looking to get out of your machine, essentially. Okay, take the spool holder guide part. Okay. Hook the end of the PTFE tube into the guide. Okay. Push that down. Okay, so let's see here. So which side says PRUSA? PRUSA says that side. Okay, and then that snaps down, I guess. Okay. Okay, so voila, I made the thingy. I don't know what this does. Oh, it's for the filament. Oh, I see how it works. Okay, and then you slide these on. Oh, I get it. This way you can space them for your spool, and the filament comes out the bottom here, so you don't need to worry about your filament getting tangled. Very nice. I like. Now, do it 4 more times. Repeat 4 more times. Like, the biggest thing to go with the kit nowadays is the wiring. In my opinion, it's the hardware. Yeah, getting all the hardware in one go is nice, but most kits now come with pre-made wiring harnesses. That saves you, like, depending on your skill with wiring, a couple hours to a day of wiring. Because it's just plug, 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 versus cut your wires to length, crimp on everything, put the connector on, make sure you wired it up correctly. Yeah. PF Dennis gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. Isn't there something going on today? Why do I feel like there's supposed to be something going on? It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. There's something going on today. I feel something's supposed to go on today. Yeah. Crimping ain't easy. I know, I sell a shirt. Go buy it in the merch store. Link in the description. Go buy merch. There we go. I know SpaceX, the launch was last night. I think they're not doing the spacewalk till Thursday. Remembered your birthday? Everyone say happy birthday, Nutty 3D. It better be your birthday. But everyone say happy birthday, Nutty 3D. The US presidential. Maybe that's what it was. I mean, I like watching... I enjoy watching a train wreck as much as the next person. So American politics is always fun to take a gander at. I'm going to use an ABS or ASA on my Voron. To print or for the parts? The answer is yes, because the difference between good ASA and ABS is barely there. It's marginal at best. So as long as you use good quality filament, it doesn't matter which one you go with. Pick whatever color you like the most. That's how I pick my colors. I'm following the LA Snow White debacle. The LA Snow White debacle? What the hell is the LA Snow White debacle? Canadian Parliament is endlessly entertaining. See, the problem is, American politics is interesting because it's a complete gong show. Let's be honest, it is. But it's over there. Canadian politics is also a gong show. But I actually have to deal with it. It's like, I don't want to vote for that guy, but the current party has completely screwed things up. And then the other guy isn't even better. Like, all our options are shit. I just want to make plastic boat. And go fishing. I'm actually, not gonna lie. I've gone fishing a bunch in the last couple weeks with the little guy. Just offshore, like inshore fishing, not on a boat or anything. Just go down to the marina and go fishing with the little guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of liking fishing. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm actually kind of digging it. One day I will catch that Hylian loach without cheating. I will get it one day. But so far, I've actually been kind of digging the fishing so far. V2.5 when? When is V2.5? There you go. Positron fishing trip. It's actually kind of nice out, so soon. The reason I haven't done the outdoor print with it is it's been hot as shit, and I haven't wanted to run it outdoors for like 6 hours straight in the sun. But now that the weather's starting to be like, it's sunny but chilly, like it's not crazy hot in the sun, soon we'll be doing that video. I was hoping to do that video this week, but that's also another reason I can't do much this week, because of the stupid construction on the road. So I can't film outside. If Nero sponsored me, sure. No, Nomad, you're the printing company. You're supposed to sponsor me. I got no budget to sponsor people. You think this YouTube channel's pulling Mr. Beast numbers? Although, speaking of internet drama, holy shit, Nikocado Avocado. For those that know, holy shit. Think Positron is pulling Voron numbers? I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming Jason's happy. No one pulls Mr. Beast numbers. That's true. Although, apparently, isn't Ronaldo, like, catching up on him really quick? Not that I care. I've honestly stopped watching Mr. Beast. I actually used to watch him. Like, I've watched Mr. Beast since, like, literally before the sub to PewDiePie days. Because, shout out, you want to know what my favorite type of YouTube channel is? You ready? I'm going to pull it up here, because my YouTube subscription, or my YouTube homepage is probably full of them right now. My favorite type of YouTube, or YouTube account, is just a couple buddies doing stupid shit. So like, this channel I came across a little while ago, ODS, Official Duck Studios. It's just two guys just doing dumb stuff. Like, just doing random builds and stuff. Like, they're like, shout out to just YouTube channels, just a couple buddies doing dumb stuff and like building stuff and whatever. Like, those are my favorite type of YouTube channels. And the thing was, Mr. Beast used to be like that. It was just, you know, him and his buddies doing dumb stuff. But then it became what it is. It became not a couple buddies doing dumb stuff. It became a commercial enterprise doing scripted content that they tried to pass off as just having fun and challenges, and it's like, nah, dog. Also, you know, all the current drama. All the current drama with the, you know, war crimes. Yep. All right. Oh, 1 second. I'm back. Okay. Where are we again? There we go. Yeah, here's what he said. You've been trying to reach me regarding my car's extended warranty. My car is new, and I did purchase the extended warranty. But I did that through the dealership. And I kind of regret it. But oh well. It's already done. No, that was adult stuff. And not the fun adult stuff. Dougie Ford get my vote? No. Dougie Ford won't get my vote. And I don't think anyone else will, because I'll be honest, I don't even know who else is running in provincial politics. They're all bad. All politicians are bad, let's be honest. I used to work in government. I used to work for the government. I know how bad it is. I haven't bought extended warranty since. The only reason I got it is because modern cars have so much smart shit on it. Like on my Subaru, if like something happens to the camera, it's like $3 grand to fix. So if in the next 7 years of ownership, if one camera goes, the warranty is paid for essentially. Simple as that. There's so much tech in modern cars, and it's expensive tech to fix. That's kind of the crappy thing with new cars, is if something goes, it's like, yeah, your lane keeping system went. It uses 8 cameras and a LiDAR, and it was really cold last winter, and one of your cameras just died. So we have to replace all of them because it's an entire unit. That'll be $4 grand. If that happens once to me, if something similar happens to me, the warranty is paid for essentially. Camera repairs lately. That's why I got the extended warranty. So I got like 6 or 7 years of bumper to bumper basically. I didn't go with the crazy one. There's one that's like, oh, we'll even throw in like, we'll even like upgrade you and all. It's like, no, just if something breaks, fix it. That's all I want. Clipper on my car. I'm pretty sure there are some STM32s in a car nowadays that I probably could. Your car is 13 years old. The problem is 13-year-old, okay. I can't drive a 13-year-old car. Okay, you wanna know why? Because if you drive a 13-year-old car that's been driven for 13 years, you're driving 80% rust and 20% car. We have a salt mine in my town. Windsor Salt Mine. We salt the crap out of our roads in the winter. And yes, I do the oil spray every other year. The undercarriage oil spray. It helps a bit, but I don't live in an area where like you can buy an old car and it's like, oh yeah, it's still good. You know, here in Arizona where like this 98 Pontiac Sunfire is still mint. Rust Belt, yeah. Well, Southern Ontario. We live below the snow line, but above the frost line. So our winters are just wet and above and below freezing constantly. So, and everything's salted to crap. So basically, cars just get destroyed around here in terms of corrosion. But if you go back in time, normally I didn't. This is the first time I've ever gotten an extended warranty on a vehicle. And I got like the basic, like if something with the electronics goes kind of warranty. Like I think for it added like $2 grand to the purchase price of the car. And if I use it once, it pays for itself essentially. Which to be fair, with the Focus that I had, if I didn't have an extended warranty on the transmission, I would have been out like $6 grand on it. So drive that thing for 11 years. That's the plan. Like when I buy a car, I drive it till it's no longer viable. So the moment repairs cost more than the value of the car, then I get rid of it. I had my 2012 Focus or 2011 Focus up until last year. That I got a new one. I got rid of it because the air conditioner died on it. The muffler had a massive hole in it. There was a ton of underbody and body rust, and all the ball joints had gone on it. So basically, I would have had to put several grand into a 12-year-old Focus. And I do like 8-9 hour drives a couple times a year. Explain the rust belt to Italian. Okay. So how it works is it snows here a lot in the winter, and the snow goes on the road. And what they do is to melt the snow on the road, they put salt on the road. So they salt it like you do your pasta. And they put the salt on the road and the ice melts, but all the salt gets into the car. And because the weather gets cold, hot, well, freezing, just above freezing, you get a lot of salty water all over your car. And what happens is your car, it turns to rust. A bibbidi bobbidi boo. So yeah. So TLDR, car made out of steel in an area where we salt the roads equals rust. One more. You got the hand gesture. It's because I'm French. Je parle un petit peu français, so I can speak with a French accent a little bit. I can't really do an English accent, like a French accent in English, but I can do, apparently my French accent is actually pretty good. Like when I speak French, I sound pretty okay. But I can't do an English accent in French. Which is funny because I have family members who are French now, well, on the wife's side, but. Newest vehicle is 14 years old with 38K miles. Wow, that's low. That is low. 14 years old and only 38,000 miles. My Crosstrek, I got it a year and like 2 or 3 months ago, and I've got like 20,000 kilometers on it already. And I work from home. But I've also driven it to Murph, to 3D Printopia. I've also driven it to Quebec. I've also driven it to like Toronto. I've driven it a bunch. So it's like during the week, it gets like maybe 100 kilometers in a week. But like 2 or 3 times a year, I put like 7,000 kilometers doing a big trip. So, because like, what is it in 17, 18 days, however, 2 weeks or so till 3D Printopia. I'll be driving all the way out there. That's a 9-hour drive. So spend 9 hours of my life on a Friday driving to Maryland. And then on the Monday, spend 9 hours of my life driving back. And you're like, why don't you fly? Because it's not worth it to fly that far. Because especially if I'm bringing stuff, it's not worth it. Because I don't actually save that much time. I might save 3 or 4 hours for spending a lot more money, having to deal with a rental vehicle and all the costs that a rental vehicle incur. Only saving 3 or 4 hours. Plus, I don't mind driving. Just put on some podcasts. Set cruise control on, auto lane assist, auto follow. Just let the car do the work. Got an 87 Trans Am with 500K on the original motor. That's impressive. That is impressive. Because it's a Pontiac. 9 hours in Texas, you're still in the same country. I could drive for 23 hours. From where I am right now, I can drive for 23 hours and still be in Ontario. Like, you guys in Texas think Texas is big. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. The Texan thinks Texas is big. That's cute. I could drive to the Arctic Circle and cross one provincial line. I don't even think I can drive to the Arctic Circle. I think the road ends. But I could drive for a day and still be in Ontario. Drive border to border. I mean, I could drive to the border in 30 minutes. Hold my Labatt's. Oh, Labatt's. Labatt's is like the generic cheap Canadian beer. When it's like you're too good for Budweiser, because, you know, you want actual beer and not yellow water. I think this is the last one. There we go. Okay, so those are all built. And had a Labatt's in forever. I don't even know if I have beer. I have Gamer Subs. Use code Canuck, free shipping on all orders right now. So if you've never tried Gamer Subs, hey, go get the free samples. They're free because you don't have to pay for shipping. Or just buy a cup. It's like 30 bucks, no shipping. Or get the sampler pack. You get a cup and like a jug or something. Rhode Island. Isn't Rhode Island like the little one? Rhode Island. Yeah, Rhode Island's a state, right? Yeah, isn't it like the city of the city of Providence is the state. Connecticut, Rhode Island. So what's this one? That's Massachusetts. So this is Massachusetts. How is that a state? How is this a state? It's one city. You have that city and a park. It's all parks in Providence. Where's Quahog at? Where's Quahog? Wait, is Quahog a real city? It's not a real city. Quahog's not a real city. Rhode Island. That is small. Blame the British. I mean, you guys had the chance to fix that shit. I mean, look at Canada. Like, okay, to be fair, we have PEI. Okay, there are protrusions on each side. Using these protrusions, the guides can be snapped together. The guides can be joined together in the form of a straight line, or if you flip one, okay, so you can do, oh, I see, so you can, you can lock them together. That's cool. You can make like this. We're not going to use all those. Okay, continue. If you're installing the MMU3 on a Mark IV's Nextruder mod. Okay, so we'll go to Nextruder. So we're going to need a printer now. Okay, let me get a printer. You go over there. You go over there. You go in over there. Let's grab a printer. Let's grab Mark IV from the floor. Are you PLA or PETG? You're PETG. So I'm probably gonna have to turn this on and tell it to unload. I got a feeling. So let's do that first. Let's get this unloaded. Because I have to, yeah. I got a feeling we're gonna have to do some stuff. Also, Shane, if you're watching, no, I haven't played with the GPIO board yet. Sorry, haven't gotten around to it. Okay. I think this is Pet G. Or is that Pla? Yeah, that's Pet G. Filament. Unload. So many MMU builds. I know, it's almost like it's a new product and it's being promoted by the company. Nothing wrong with that though. What are we at right now? We're at 417. Yeah, we're doing fished. Are you going to use the high flow nozzle with the MMU? I am using, yes, because that's what came with my MMU. This is a Mark 4S, so it came with the high flow nozzle. So we're going to use the high flow nozzle. I believe it comes with the high flow nozzle. I think it comes, yeah, it comes with high flow. Ooh. So this is the box turtle, apparently. So it's basically an open source AMS. It's still 4 units. Why are they all 4 units? Although I think you can make it bigger if you want. That's cool. I gotta be careful scrolling Twitter on when I'm live. Are you unloading? You're unloading. Come on, spit it out, spit it out. There you go. Cool. Okay, so that's that. And I think I gotta take off this. I gotta take off the handle. Okay, so that's that. So now I can turn you off. So we've got that unloaded. Okay. Okay, so in this guy, we're going to modify the Nextruder on your Mark 4S to accommodate MMU functionality. If you're using another printer type, please refer. Okay, the instructions are shown using the Mark 4 printer. Cool. Unload filament from the printer, remove the spool holder. Done! Make sure the Nextruder on your printer is in the middle of both X and Y. Done! Power off the printer and disconnect it from the power. Done! Spare parts. During the conversion of the Nextruder to multi, you'll handle many parts that look similar but are different. We recommend setting a bag aside. Okay, so this is Mark IV parts. So this is the upgrade stuff. So I've got this bag. I will take anything that comes off of this machine into that bag. Tools necessary. Okay. There are 2 variants of the PRUSA nozzle we ship with the printer. CHD, high flow, Mark CHD, PRUSA nozzle. If you own a Mark 4S, your printer comes equipped with the PRUSA nozzle CHD by default. However, when using the MMU3, we recommend switching the nozzle to a standard PRUSA nozzle for optimal performance. While it's possible to print with the PRUSA CHD, please note that specific settings are required to achieve high quality parts. The standard PRUSA nozzle is included with your MMU3 package. Is it? Oh, I think it's over here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I guess I just put, okay. So I guess we take the high flow out. Okay, well, I guess I gotta take the high flow out. Yeah, I'll I got half a mind to leave the Mark 4S alone and put this on a Mark 4 now. I kind of don't want to mess with the Mark 4S. I'm tempted to put this on a Mark 4 now. I have a Mark 4. I have a non-modified Mark 4. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on a Mark 4. I'm gonna leave the Mark 4S alone. I don't want to lose this tip formation. Yeah. Like, I know this has better part cooling. Ugh. You know what? I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this as is. I'm keeping this. Nope. You are staying like this. You get to stay like that. You get to live as a Mark 4S. Hey, pupper. What are you looking at? What you looking at? What the dog doing? What the dog doing? There you go. Okay, Mark IV. Still has the PRUSA thing. It doesn't have a hot end though. I had to steal the hot end out of this. And the shroud, actually. I don't even know where the shroud's at. Shoot. Is it in the thing? Did I don't know where that went. I gotta find the shroud. I think the parts are in here they gave me. Nope, nope, nope. Here we go. Extra nozzle. Extra nozzle. More Haribos? They sent me extra Haribos? Okay. There we go. Yeah, so fun fish fact. This is a stock PRUSA Mark IV S, or just regular. They sent me this with the MMU3. Because when they were like, hey, we want to send you the MMU3, and I'm like, hey, my Mark IV is in an enclosure, and I don't want to put the MMU in there, because this is going to be printing ABS and whatnot in a hot garage. I don't want to put an MMU on it. That would be mostly printing PLA. So they're like, okay, we'll send you a, like, this is like an open box Mark IV. We'll just send you an open box Mark IV. And then like 2 weeks later, they're like, hey, Mark IV S is a thing. We'll send you that too. So yeah. So I had to steal the hot end out of this because one of my hot ends on here, the thermistor died. Like it's just a bad thermistor. It just is what it is. So they're like, okay, we'll just send you a replacement. And so I did. I took the replacement out of here, and then they just sent a thing. So I got to put this in. So how do I do this? I have no idea how this goes in. Let's see. This goes up that hole, I think. Okay, I think I loosen these, right? Loosen that, loosen that. This goes up in there. Okay. Front to back is that tight. Tighten that. I'm gonna have to print a new cover. I lost my cover. That goes there, that goes there. Okay. You plug in up top and you plug in here. Okay. You plug in here. Okay, and then you plug in here. Okay, and then like that. How does these go? How do these wires go? Oh, they go right behind that. Shoot, I put these in wrong. Those gotta go in there. There you go. Yeah, get in your slot. There you go. You get in your slot. There you go. Get in your home. There we go. There we go. Okay. And I don't know where the cover went, so I'm gonna have to print a new cover, but oh well. I probably have to turn this on and go through the setup, don't I? We'll do the upgrade first. Okay, we'll do the hardware swap first. Okay. So, take the cover off. Did that. And take the gearbox off. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wait. Mine doesn't have 4 screws there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Open the idler swivel, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Why does it show 4? Oh, different version of the extruder. Okay, so we unlock that. We open that. We take the 3 screws out. Okay. Next, remove the gearbox assembly from the Nextruder. Locate the metal ooh, okay. So I'm just gonna take the whole front off, I guess. Okay. Jay, will this work with Diamondback nozzles? It should, but you may have to play with some settings. Okay. So locate the metal washer that should be stuck between the gearbox and the motor. Okay. So that's this little guy here. So take that off. Earlier version used an orange spacer instead of metal washer. Reseat the washer spacer on the motor shaft in case it came off the... Okay, so put that back on there. Okay. I can do that. So put this back on here. Okay. Reseat the washer spacer. Okay. Using a 1.5, remove the set screw. Okay. Nope. Set screw. Okay. If you own the 4-screw version of the Nextruder, this is not included. Remove the idler. Okay. Remove the 2 M30 screw springs. Okay. Try not to lose all this. Okay. Okay. We've taken that off. We've taken that off. On top of the Nextruder heatsink, there is a filament sensor assembly. We'll need to remove it. Okay. Using needle nose pliers, gently pull the filament sensor assembly out of the heatsink. Okay. Snip. There we go. Oh, don't lose that spring. That would be bad. Okay, put that there. Okay. Proceed very carefully. There's a spring and ball just in case of filling. Okay. So we've removed that. Idler assembly. We'll need to take the idler apart. Remove the M36 screw. Split the printed part open and set aside the bearing pins and spacer. Okay. So this is quite a bit to this. Set aside for later use. Bearings, pins, spacer, and screw. Okay, so bearings, pins, spacer, and screw. Printed parts will not be reused. Okay. I'm going to save these printed parts because these are PCCF. And the parts that I have in that one are PETG, I think. Separate that. Wow, this really doesn't want to separate. There you go. There we go. We'll say those printed parts look really good. Oh, did we lose stream for a second? OBS went down for a second. Did I lose stream for a second? Okay, new idler parts. Okay, so now I need the new idler parts. Okay, so for the following, I need the new printed idler parts. There's main plate O-ring. That's not it. There we go. New idler parts. Okay. So, the new part and this guy. Okay. So the older idler printer made from PG are prone to bending over time. Do not reuse these old parts. Okay. So you removed earlier. So that's all stuff we removed earlier. Okay. So take the new idler part, insert the 2 pins in. Okay. 1, 2. Mount the bearings on the pins. Okay. So we're basically just rebuilding the idler. Looks like. Okay. Insert the spacer tube in. Corresponding opening. Okay, I'm assuming it's... Ooh, don't lose that. That's magnetic. Okay, spacer tube goes in here. Okay. Fix the assembly together. Okay. Oop, shoot. There, you go there. Go. A little screw in there, screw that back together. So the old, no, it's a new housing for the idler. So we still have idlers. It's just it's a different design with the MMU3. Okay. Yeah, so the old idlers didn't have this little, you can see this little like tab, that's new. So the swivel assembly, you'll need to take the swivel assembly apart. Okay. And it's like, use a Torx bit. I'm like, do I have a Torx bit? I do. Hey, Michael. Okay, so take this all apart. Don't forget, we're going to be doing the giveaway soon at the end of stream around 5 o'clock. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance. Do this now. Also, while you're down there, don't forget, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gift memberships to others. That's what the cool people do. Okay, so we've done that. So now we'll need the idler nut FS. I'm assuming it's in here. We have the idler. English is a language I can speak occasionally. We got the idler nut FS and a magnet. I don't know where that little magnet is. Magnet 3 by. Oh, that's a wee bitty magnet. Okay. Where are you, little magnet? It's in here. Okay. Okay. So the magnet goes in that little hole right there. So let's not lose the magnet, guys. It is so small. Oh, there's 2 in here. Oh, jeez. How are you supposed to do this? You know what? Yeah. No. Yeah. Hey, it's in. Okay. Okay, that's in. Push the magnet all the way in until it stops. Okay. Well. It's in. Close that. Don't want to lose that. Install new swivel parts. Okay, so we need all the old parts. Oh, I got more of these. Okay. So this goes through, yeah. Side the spacer on, so. Okay. And then this one goes on like that. And then this goes in like this. Okay. So it looks like this. So that looks right. Okay. Then we'll put the other half on. Okay. And then we put our captive nuts on. Oh, that's done printing. I'm forgetting. It's surprising how quiet this guy is at times. Like, you'd be surprised. It's like, you would think it's like, oh, it's ball screws and it's super high speed and whatnot. But it's surprisingly quiet. Because it doesn't make like belt noises. Go. That's too much. Because this has to be able to spin, I believe. There's a tiny magnet in the idler. Don't lose that. Make sure it is in place in case the magnet slides soon and screw. Attach that. Do not over tighten. The swivel must move freely. Okay. Let's. Oh. Doing this with tweezers sucks. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we got to put this all together. You're going to need this little plastic piece. You're going to need M330s. Remove the M330s from the old spring. Oh, okay. Why are these not M330s? So where's my M330s? These M330s? These are M330s. So what were those before? Probably not M330s. Oh, M335s. So where are the M335s? M335s. Ah, here we go, M335. So put these on here. M335. Okay. Oh, and you put this little doodad on it. Okay, so printed spacer goes through. Through the screw guide. Okay, well, it kind of sucks that these don't really go through the screw guide. You gotta screw them through the screw guide. Anyone made a printer with a hydraulic cylinder? Why would you? Be horribly inefficient. Yeah, see, this doesn't slide through. I gotta screw it in. What I think of the most reliable or for MMU? Yes, no, maybe. I haven't used MMU3 yet, and the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder I used years ago is an old revision from years ago. So I can't give you a direct answer as to which one's more reliable. In theory, both of them should be pretty reliable. Also, if you're getting a PRUSA, you're using the MMU3. If you're not getting a PRUSA, you're not using the MMU3. It's the same thing as the AMS. Your printer dictates what MMU use, not vice versa. Okay, so now we got that. Now I need to split the gearbox assembly. Oh God. Ugh. Got 15 minutes here. Take the parts. Parts might be greasy. Set aside for later. Okay, the printed main plate won't be reused. Okay, so get rid of the printed main plate. Okay, so printed main plate, you go bye-bye. Okay, new main plate. It's right here. With an O-ring. Oh, these are like MJF. These are, yeah, these are MJF parts or SLS nylon. Also, I think they screwed up and gave me two, but not gonna complain. Yeah, it's printed using MJF technology and an O-ring. There's a V-slot groove in the inside of the round opening. Insert the O-ring into the groove. Okay. Yeah, for some reason they gave me two of these. I don't know why. Maybe in case I screw one up, but they look the same. So. Yeah, there's the Hodo electric screwdriver. I've been looking at it. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale in Canada. I've seen it on sale on Amazon US. It hasn't been on sale on Amazon Canada yet, unfortunately. Okay. So we've got all our new parts and reused old parts. So now we got to put this all back together. Okay. So this guy goes like this on here, and then we use our set screw to put this in. I think you have to, yeah, you have to line that up first because there's a feed tube. Okay, so that goes in there. And then fit that in case you have the 4-screw version. And the swivel assembly next to the protruding part of the idler nut should fit inside the filament sensor. So we have no more filament sensor. That part I kind of don't like. I kind of sucks we don't have the filament sensor anymore. Or actually, we might. I don't know. There's a... Oh. That just kind of goes there, I guess. Yeah, that just sits in there, I guess. Okay. And then that screws in there. Insert the torsions. Where's that? Tighten these screws gradually, one at a time, until the ends of the screws are flush with the surface of the idler nut. Part of the complete as that. Okay, cool. So. Still has a sensor. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then we tighten these down until when? Until they're flush, right there. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's that. So those are flush there. And then we put this cover plate in like that. So it looks like the hook goes in the bottom there. Okay. Attach that. The notch of the cover is designed to fit over the idler. Ensure that the swivel arm is the cutout is correct. Attach the PG assembly. Okay. Watch out for any deformation. Okay. So we got 2 chances to do this at least. Okay. So you go like that. Now, can I just slide this whole piece on? Do I have to like, yeah, I gotta do this. Okay, so we take this apart. Take the PG assembly. It's all slathered in grease. Fun times. Let's do this. Let's do this. Nope, nope, not overlay. Move camera. There we go. Boop, boop. Okay. That just goes in like this. Okay. That goes like that. Okay. Next, we need the gearbox assembly. So we need this guy. And the parts that we took apart. Okay. So attach the adapter to the PG assembly, making sure the spur gears are correctly aligned and fit snugly into the pockets on the adapter. Okay. So. Okay. And then we put this guy, which is brass, over this. Okay. And that should, yeah, that works. There we go. Okay. And then gently rotate the adapter while sliding the PG ring into the gears to align the gearboxes properly. Okay. There we go. Okay, check the PG gears for adequate lubrication. Cover the gearbox using PG grease and put the lid on. Okay. So, pull this out. It should all be grease, but just for a little. Little extra ain't gonna hurt. Until it breaks and blows up. That goes on. And then we screw this on. And get all the screws started and then bonded out. Tight. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then we should be able to latch it, I believe. So up. So you go in there. And you latch. There we go. There we go. Next, attaching the MMU. Okay. So, the MMU3 should be placed on the top of the printer frame. Place the MMU onto the frame, attach it just by the hooks. Look from behind, there are clamps which we use to lock in place. That goes in the middle. Okay. So we got our MMU3. And that's just kind of roughly in the middle. So that goes over the S, and then that just kind of just sits there, I guess. Okay. I'm assuming this plugs into somewhere. I don't know where this plugs in. And we'll find out in a second. Okay. Attaching that, check for that. Okay, that seems pretty, I mean, it's not going anywhere, but I wish there was a screw. Okay, on the left side, remove the 4 buddy box and take that. So that, oh, so it's probably gonna plug in somewhere. So let's take this side off. Okay. There is more to this than I thought. I thought today would be a lot shorter of a stream. I mean, it doesn't help I started late and I had a phone call halfway through. So that kind of doesn't help in terms of, I do want to get this at least set up so that the next time we play with this will be just a get it working stream. Don't crush this connector, it's brand new. Okay, so that goes there. Take those off. So take that off. Yeah, this is definitely like the definition of a, I thought I was done already. Okay, so now, what's it saying here? What's this orange part? Use needle nose pliers to remove the indicated part. Oh, I see. Okay. So, there's like a little tab here. You see it? There's a tab here. We're gonna remove that. So we have room to run our wire through. So let's see this. Does it just come off? Yeah, you just break it off. Okay. Okay, so you break that off. And then you run your wire for the MMU. Do that, and then down, and into the box, and it plugs in right there. Okay. So you go down there, you go through here, you go in there. I don't have a good camera angle, but we're literally just going in here, and then plug it in right there. And then I'm guessing you just kind of put this all back together. There we go. And then you screw this back together. There we go. I am looking forward to dinner tonight. I've got some cod, I think. It's gonna some lemon butter herb coating, breadcrumb coating, and then in the oven with some rice. I've opened this before. Did I open this? I've already opened. Oh, there we go. There we go. Goes there. Skip a shit. I haven't caught any fish yet that I can eat though. I mean, I've caught a few crappie, but that's like all we got around here. It really isn't. Does that just sit against that? Yeah, that just sits against that. Yeah. Like Lake St. Clair has like tons of perch and whatnot. Perch, bass, walleye. But the only thing I've caught so far is like bluegill and crappie, which pretty sure they're like all the same fish at the end of the day. Boat. I should buy a boat. Then I can make channel content on a boat. DeWitt, how you doing, buddy? My neighbor, when I lived at home, my neighbor across the street used to go fishing all the time for perch. And like every like couple of weeks, he just, hey, I'm doing a fish fry, and just fry up a shit ton of perch. Just do it right on his driveway. Yeah, like the turkey, like the big turkey pot with the propane burner going, just frying up perch. You'd be like, anyone in the neighborhood, just go hang out, eat perch, have a beer. Okay, software download. Oh, did we skipped a part? We skipped a part. Where's putting the nubbin in? Do we skip that? Oh, gearbox alignment. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're gonna call it there. Let me put the little nubbin in so I don't freaking lose it. And I think there's like a Bowden tube I gotta put in here too. Also, I gotta reprint that cover. You go there. I think there's another one here. You go here. And then I think you just use a PTFE tube. It's weird. Yeah, you would think it would go like all the hardware stuff, then the software stuff, but that goes there, that goes there. I'm assuming this goes in here, and that will reach down there. Yeah, so this goes like that. There we go. That is the MMU3. That is a PRUSA Mark IV with the MMU3 on it. And all the buffers and everything. So, Friday, we might do a print and chill on this. I'm thinking Friday we just relax and do a print and chill on this. We'll finish it all up and we'll get it printing. And then on Saturday, we'll wrap up the whatchamacallit, or I don't think, I'm hoping we can wrap it up, but we got to finish, or at least get the Seabor Trident done and in the same position as this is now. Because I need to wrap this up and I need to wrap that up so we can do the PRUSA build, so I have room to do the PRUSA build. So half the reason we skipped the PRUSA to do the Seabor box took up more space, and I'm trying to make room. So I'm trying to knock out these builds. So this, honestly, I don't know if I'll use a buffer, but in terms of these, yeah, I'm gonna use a rep box or I might just build a rep rack and hang it above it, because this is all going to go downstairs. I'm redoing the room downstairs. The XL will probably go downstairs as well. So I'll have this set up. I'll have the XL set up. I'll have the one of the Tridents set up, because I want to have one of the Tridents set up for ERCFA V2 at some point. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Okay, so we'll put all these extra parts in here. We don't lose them. And I think that's about it for now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. If you haven't entered, I'll give you like 1 minute to enter if you completely forgot to enter. So link in the video description, enter for your chance to win. This is gonna be fun to set up because it's gonna complain because we gotta do the initial startup on it. Because this printer hasn't been turned on and we've already modded it to an MMU. So happy fun time adventures. Although I'm assuming it has its own calibration. It's gotta go through. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. Also, PSA. I'm gonna do a PSA. I've seen a few YouTubers talk about it already. But I know we have a bunch of cat people here. We got a bunch of cat people in the audience. Okay. Don't buy these cat litter boxes. These auto cat litter boxes. This style where like the tub rotates forward. I've seen a few videos on these, and it's like, yeah, they kill cats. They have like no safety on them, so your cat literally just gets crunched by them. Yeah. So yeah, if you have one of these cat litter boxes, or you plan on buying one, get rid of it. Get rid of it. They're under a few different brands. It's all generic, you know, Chinese cat that they just rebrand. It's like you can buy these for $100, not even. You can order hundreds of these for like under $100 each, and then you just stick some cat ears on it, make an Amazon store, and sell it. So yeah, they're not litter robos. They're shitty Chinese knockoffs of them, and they're killing cats. So just heads up about that. Okay. So yeah, let's do the giveaway, and then that'll be it. Let's do the giveaway, and that'll be it. Close. If you did not enter, you will have another chance on Friday for the Friday stream. So copy all the names, go here, names.csv, notepad. Delete that. Save. Who is adding me? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's launch marbles. Okay, so we're gonna do erase. Do that. Add names. Clear. Open. Names.csv. We got 358 people. Let's do this one. 358. Bots only. Play. Okay, remember, exclamation mark, I want to go fast, makes you go faster. Exclamation mark, gullible, makes everyone else go slower. And exclamation mark, zoom, spams chat. And then if I pick you and you happen to win, you win 2 spools of filament. So congratulations and good luck to Mensch. Good luck, Mensch. If you win 2 spools of filament. If anyone else wins, you win 1. So good luck, Mensch. Sometimes it's first to the finish. Sometimes it's closest to the middle. It depends on the game. Yeah. Round and round she goes. Hurry up. I'm on a McDin-din. Hopefully the fish is defrosted, I'll be honest. I have no idea if the fish is defrosted. Mr. Old Grumpy's got the lead, but you're bleeding off momentum really quick. Go, go, go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Mr. Old Grumpy's still holding the lead. What's this one over here? I have no idea what that one is. I think this is the only one. Come on, come on. Mr. Old Grumpy, look at you go. Oh, you might make it. As long as you don't bip it here. Oh, you've lost a lot of momentum there. Oh, oh. Zoob. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Oh. Dad's Workbench. Dad's SRC Workbench. Congratulations, Dad's Workbench. You have won yourself a spool of filament from POLYMAKER. You'll get an email from me later this evening. Hopefully right after the stream ends. Depends on how quickly I can get a code. For a spool of POLYMAKER filament. Congratulations, everyone. Golf claps in chat. Okay, menu. Let me just pull up your information here. Make sure you are a real human being. Yeah, it would appear so. Okay. So we're gonna call it there. This was fun. It's a PRUSA build. It's a PRUSA build. Sometimes it may go on longer than you think. This is like one of those builds that's like, why are we still building? What's going on here? But it's well documented and it just goes together. It just a lot more steps than you thought when you first get into it on this case. Like I thought today we'd be building the buffer and just clipping this on and that would be that. Which to be fair, that's pretty much what we did. But there was a lot more to the tool head than I suspected. I did not expect this much stuff in the tool head. But yeah, so we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna try and wrap this up on Friday. So that'll be Friday's stream, a nice little print and chill, wrap this up and do some printing. And yeah, so shout out to PRUSA for providing the MMU3 and the printer here for this series. Links for them in the description. That one is an affiliate link. Shout out to POLYMAKER for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. And for those that donated to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. Hopefully there should be a video this week if I can get filming without construction equipment annoying the heck out of me. So I might do a short little yapping video instead if I do one, because the one I plan to do is on hiatus. It's also really dusty out because they're grinding up the concrete road. They're grinding up the road to resurface it. So everything's getting covered in dust outside. Kind of sucks. Oh yeah, and buy some gamer subs, code Canuck, free shipping for the next week, or until the 12th, I believe. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. Enjoy the rest of the week. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I shall see you on Friday.